So in 1980, there's this major Supreme Court decision called Yeshiva. Explain that and how it affected the union first, and then we'll go into the 1980s.
The faculty at Yeshiva University in New York petitioned the NLRB for authorization to bargain collectively. The NLRB said yes. The administration of Yeshiva University said, no, we don't care what the NLRB has said. We're not going to bargain with you. You're not an appropriate unit for bargaining. You're management. NLRB disagreed, and it went all the way up the pipeline. And finally, in a Supreme Court decision, the Supreme Court sided with the management of Yeshiva University. Justice Brennan wrote the minority decision. He wrote a brilliant, lucid description of the late 20th century American university. Justice Powell wrote the majority decision. He wrote a brilliant description of the medieval university. But Justice Powell had 5 votes, and Justice Brennan had 4 votes, and that was that. And Yeshiva says that where faculty have effective recommendatory power or decision-making power on, then it lists a whole group of management rights: hiring, firing, promotion, tenure, budget, so curriculum. Who else is going to do curriculum, one wonders. But where they have decision-making or effective recommendatory power, they're not an appropriate unit for collective bargaining. That killed the collective bargaining movement in higher education in the private sector dead. And there have been several units that have been, several unions, faculty unions in the private sector that have been dissolved or defeated, and there have been almost no new ones in the intervening now more than 30 years. It's simply destroyed it. You could rewrite the National Labor Relations Act to fix this, but there's only been one moment in Congress, the first half of Clinton's first term, where there were the votes to do this. And by the time that was ready to be presented, you had the Gingrich victory, and it couldn't any longer be changed. So it had a chilling effect all across universities. It had a chilling effect on us. But because we had unknowingly, really, bargained an industrial model contract, it really was not a danger to us because we'd given up all of those rights.
So then what were the repercussions for USF?
Well, there weren't any at the time, and there never have been. At the time, because we had bargained an industrial model contract, it really wasn't vulnerable to that kind of approach. Doesn't say the administration couldn't have tried it, but we don't think they would have succeeded at that point.